Hello and welcome to the 7th lecture of Python Concepts Dictionaries. Here we'll learn how to associate related values like like salary values with the employees' names in a database. Flashback from the previous lecture is that we have learned about the if statement, that is how to use conditionals and how to use for loop in association with a nested if loop. If conditional. So if you have got a good grasp about for and if loop, this lecture will be really easy. So a dictionary is kind of a collection of associated elements. Let's say you are an employer and you have a database of employee names. And when you click on someone's name, you want to see the associated salaries. So the syntax to make a dictionary to facilitate this purpose is that you make a pair of keywords, let's say the name, and with that keyword, there will be an associated value like the salary. So the syntax for a dictionary is a keyword colon a value, or let's say more simplistically, it's name colon salary. So at preliminary level, we have a salary database. Let's say we have 3 employees, A, B, and C, and their salaries are 100, 200, and 300. To make the database, you have defined a dictionary called salary. And in this dictionary, you have actually, in the second bracket, you have defined the pairs, the keyword and value pairs. And when you print this a specific salary, you call them by index. And by index, you don't do that by the general indexing scheme of Python. Rather, you just have to call them by the keyword. Let's say you call the salary with the keyword A, and it will show the corresponding salary. If you call it by salary B, then it will show the corresponding salary 200, and so on and so forth. And if you want to add any information to the database, you don't have to redefine the dictionary or anything. You just have to define a new element by defining a new index, let's say D, and give a corresponding value, let's say 500. And if you print the entire dictionary, you can see that the value D, the keyword D is added with associated value 500. And there are other facilities that you can actually do with the dictionaries. Let's say you have a list of participants in a poll and they have responded which cars are their favorite. Let's say I have collected this information in a dictionary called favorite cars, and participant A has responded Lamborghini, participant B has responded Ferrari, participant C has responded Nissan, and that's and at the end you want to print whose favorite car is what. So you print A's favorite car is, and then you call the corresponding dictionary value by the keyword. So when you print this, you can see that A's favorite car is Lambo. So that's how you are using string concatenation to call a particular element in a dictionary. You can also call any other value. So you just have to change the keyword, and you can see that C's favorite car is Nissan according to the poll information. And also we can use the previous concepts that we have learned in the previous lectures, like looping and conditionals. For example, you can loop through the elements in a dictionary. So for that, the syntax will be a little bit different in a for loop. In a for loop, you will have to say, you'll have to give 2 arguments. One is the key and another one is the value. And let's say you want to loop through the favorite cars dictionary. So you have to loop through the key and value in favorite cars.items. You were applying the items method here. And just to print a pair of key and the value, then you want to print the key, and then you want to print the value. If you run this loop, then you will see that every key and every value is printed. Another one is that you want to use possibly for loop and a conditional in combination. So let's say we have a favorite cars dictionary with keywords and value pairs, like A with Lambo, B with Ferrari, C with Nissan, D with Honda. And we want to see whether two particular participants are here. So we want to apply a conditional. Let's say we make a separate list named friends A and B, and we run a for loop for name in favorite cars.keys. So you want to go through the keys in these favorite cars. So you want to go through A, B, C, and D. And when you go through that, you check whether these keywords match with these friends. So if you get a match, you just print hi name. Your favorite car is, then you call the name. So you can see that only 2 friends are in this list. So it will print 2 lines of code. Hi A, your favorite car is Lambo. Hi B, your favorite car is Ferrari. So that's how you can use looping and conditionals. And there are so much more utilities in dictionaries, as this is a very preliminary level of introduction to dictionaries. I would like to not go into too many details, but you can do more sophisticated tasks in dictionaries, like you can include a list in a dictionary, or you can define a dictionary inside a dictionary. But this will become too much complicated if you do not do it in a clean or a slick way. So my suggestion is that you should not go too much deep into dictionaries. Rather, you should try simpler methods like using lists or using for loop and if statements with a simple list, rather than going into dictionaries if absolutely not necessary. So that's what I had to share about dictionaries. The next lecture will be on while loop and other associated contents. Stay tuned.